Hi, this is Melissa with A Creative Journey with Melissa. Today I want to talk about something that is near and dear to my heart and to my son's girlfriend's heart, is epilepsy awareness. Many of you may not know, but November is Epilepsy Awareness Month, and I thought it was important for people to be educated because actually I checked some stuff out and learned something myself, and you may not know some of the information that may be false, so I thought I would share that with you as well. My son's girlfriend is going to school to become a nurse. Super proud of her, and wanted to make sure that we share this near and dear cause to her and her family's heart because her brother has epilepsy. So with that, I wanted to give you some information. Truthfully, there's really not much you can do when a seizure starts to stop it. But there's simple steps you can take to try to make sure that the person is comfortable and not in danger. One of the biggest things is to keep other people out of the way. Make sure you clear any hard or sharp objects away from that person. Do not try to hold them down and stop the movements because you could actually injure them. Place them on their side and help keep the airway clear. Look at your watch at the start of the seizure to try to figure out how long it is. That will actually help any medics that will come if necessary. To know exactly what kind of, or at least give them an idea of what kind of seizure it is, and to give them an idea of how long it lasted. Don't put anything in their mouth. Contrary to popular myth, as I myself thought, you were supposed to put, I've heard before, put a spoon in their tongue to make sure they don't choke on their tongue. That will not happen. You will not swallow your tongue during a seizure. But if you put an object in their mouth, you could damage their teeth, or they may bite you because it's an involuntary action. So make sure you just try to keep them safe while this occurs. So with that, make sure you educate yourself. November is Epilepsy Awareness Month, and I want to make sure that you educate yourself. I educated myself thanks to my son's girlfriend, and I'm not saying her name because I forgot to ask her permission beforehand, so that's why I'm not. Anyway, with that, I also wanted to create a cute, simple little card to show Epilepsy Awareness Month, and the color is purple for the Awareness Month, and so it is November, and I wanted to share that with you. In addition to that, I wanted to share that there is a special birthday for me today when you're seeing this video. It's my 50th birthday. I know, it's amazing that I was around before dirt, but it's true. I would not tell you a lie. If you want to put in the code "It's my birthday 50, you will get 50% off your order, and it's only good for today. I'm not doing it any other day, before or after. Ironic, it actually it comes on Cyber Monday, but that's just kind of how it worked out. So I guess it was definitely necessary for me to have a sale today. So anyway, with that, I want to show you exactly what you're going to need for this project. It's very simple, it's very cute, but I really loved the way it came out, and I thought it was very fitting. So what you will need is you will need a card base, you will need some white paper to stamp on, you will need some rhinestones. These were already pre-colored. If you haven't seen how you can color your own or make your own, make sure you check out my YouTube videos or check out my blog and do a search, and you can find out how to color your own if you just have clear. You'll need some scissors. You'll need a marker. Right here I'm using actually the Crayola marker from my writing video I did not too long ago. I love the color of it, and I love the texture it gave, and I'll show you my project in a minute. I really enjoyed it. We have some twine here. It's purple and white. We have our amazing stamp blocks, which I love because they have the grid lines, so that helps you line up. We have some black ink. We have some adhesive, and we have a corner rounder. So that is what we need to create the creation, along with our awareness ribbon stamp set 1. This is a very great stamp set that will pretty much cover any awareness cause, and I thought it was perfect to use the warrior stamp on this awareness ribbon, because when you have epilepsy you have to be a warrior, because sometimes it can be discouraging, it can be hard, and sometimes you honestly just really don't know what causes it, so it can be very frustrating. But what warriors they are, that when they have epilepsy they just keep on going, and they're strong and they're amazing, and they just amazing family. Anyway, so with that, that is the stamp set that we are highlighting today. It's the Awareness Ribbon Stamp Set 1. And with that, I will show you what I'm creating here. We have this cute little card, and I will show you up close where I use the word warrior, as you can see there. I really, like I said, I thought that really was fitting. So let's get started. I'm going to put this stuff away, except for the paper to stamp on, the ink block. I'm sorry, the ink block. I just decided to combine those two words, so it's block and the ink. Because, you know, got to save some time, right? And then we're going to get our stamps out. So if you're not familiar with photopolymer stamps, that is what these are. They're clear. And so they come like this. And I will just peel my stamp off the back. This is where I keep my stamps here, is on the sheet that it comes on. I'm going to set that aside. And all you do is you just put it on a block. You don't even have to use a block, truthfully. You can use a CD case, a DVD case, anything that's slick surface. I would suggest you use something that's clear so you can see where you're putting it, because that's kind of the purpose of the stamps in the first place. So with that, put that over there. We're going to just take this stamp and we're going to ink it up. Make sure we've got all sides there. And we're just going to take this part right here and we're just going to stamp it like so. Okay. I love how well this image stamps. It just looks beautiful. I just love it. I know it may sound like I'm bragging, but I just love this image. It's one of the ones I use for awareness ribbon for any cause the most often. And I really, really enjoy it. And I have had many compliments from that stamp or for that stamp. So with that, I'm going to take out my stamp set again, and I'm going to take out the word warrior, which is right here. And we're just going to put that right on here. I'm going to put a little curve to it though, and I'm doing that so it can kind of go along the ribbon line, so it kind of goes in there, all right? So with that, I'm going to take my ink back out. Why I put it away, I don't know. Habit, I guess, which is good, but I don't put anything else away when I'm crafting, so why I would just put my ink away is beyond me. Anyway, so let's ink that. See how warrior is a little bit curved? It'll fit great into that ribbon. And I'll show you here, like this. Here we go. Perfect. And we're going to close that up. Put that aside. Oops, and there you go, the warrior. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take out, I have my Crayola marker. I really loved the coloring and the way it looked with when I colored it. I liked the texture. I actually liked the lines. Sometimes when I color with alcohol markers, I try to smooth out those lines, but I thought that the texture of this purple and the word warrior, I think that just shows the strength to me. Because when you're a warrior, sometimes you really have to go through some rough stuff, and I thought this was perfect for that. So with that, I'm going to outline with this lighter. Actually, I'm going to use the darker. I was going to do something different, but I'm going to use the darker, and I'm going to color in the inside lighter. So I'm just using the side of this marker. We're just going to color that in, like so. And you can use watercolor. If you don't have any watercolor, but you do have acrylic paint, add a little water to that. There's your watercolor. It looks great. It works great. Trust me, it does the job. I've done it a number of times. And it really does look really neat, so it works. You could use regular markers. You could use alcohol markers. I usually use my chameleon pens. Sometimes I use my Copic markers, which are both alcohol-based markers. There's a number of different things you could do, different ideas of coloring, but I am currently, like I said, using my Crayola marker. This is actually a writing marker, but like I said, I loved the color, so I really wanted to use this color here. So I'm just going to color this in relatively quickly. And you know what, I think I'm just going to use the darker color because I think it'll come out okay. Here we go. Yeah, that looks good. So we're just going to color lightly over that. Not super concentrated so we can make sure we see that word warrior. But I really, like I said, love the texture of the lines that comes with this marker. It came out kind of neat. I like it anyway. Hopefully you like it too. So with that, we have that right there. We're going to take our twine right here, and we're going to wrap it around. I typically wrap around 3 or 5 times. It's good to do it in odds just so it's kind of like a design thing. I don't know. I like to use odd numbers because I'm odd. No, I'm kidding. Because usually, typically, when people are designing, they do it in odds because it doesn't show such a definite division. It kind of gives a little bit more flow to your creation. And I do the same thing pretty much with everything. So I use odd numbers with pretty much everything. So I'm going to just tie this cute little bow, make it a little bit smaller on that side, and then tie it tighter. Whoops, tighter. There we go. So we're going to put that together over here. It's a little bit bigger than I would care for, so I'm going to make it smaller by pulling that and pulling that. And then I'm going to turn it, and I'm just going to slide it up a little bit. Now, my trick is I bend this paper so it gives me the ability to slide it. Otherwise, if you do this, it kind of will rip the paper, so you don't want to do that for sure. So we have that done. We're just going to trim the edges right here of your ribbon. I'm sorry, of your twine. Trim it right there. That is done. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take off my little rhinestones. I forgot to tell you, you don't have to use this. I like to use it. It's the quicker poker picker upper. I don't know. It's because they couldn't just say, here's your rhinestone tool to torture me, I'm guessing, you know, because it would be, why they would do that is just for me. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, we're just putting on some rhinestones to add a little bling on the bottom. Bring your attention to the bottom there, like so. Just line those babies up. I like the way that looks. Now, I could just put it on the card just like it is, and it would be fine, which I can. Or I can make this just a little bit different. Now, if you notice here, I curved or corner rounded this side and this side. I just really like the little bit of different texture and different look when you just corner around 2 sides. I thought it was kind of neat. That's why I did it. I'm going to do the corner rounder on the bottom just so you can see just a little bit of a difference in this. So I'm just going to do this and that. So it's not going to look exactly the same as the original or the example, but I think you'll get the point. So now what I'm going to do is just take my adhesive. I'm going to turn over my stamped paper. I'm going to put some of this adhesive on top of and next to the twine so it sticks well. And we're just going to place it right there. Not quite in the middle, a little bit off center. And that is your project. Now you can see how I just like the way it looks here. I like the way it looks here too. You could even corner around all the sides if you wanted to. That would work as well. So I really appreciate you joining me today. I really appreciate the fact that you take your time and come out and visit and check out our videos. I will tell you that on the, let me check if I have the exact date. I think it's the 27th. Let me just be sure because I don't want to give you wrong information. It is November 30th. That's a Friday. So November 30th through December 7th, we're going to be taking part in a Coffee Lovers Blog Hop. It's the Fall Winter Coffee Lovers Blog Hop. Be sure to check it out. Make sure you are a subscriber to our YouTube channel and to our blog so that you can take part in any of our giveaways, which we do giveaways every week. But we will also be taking part of this blog, which is giving tons and tons of prizes away. You can actually create cards that have the coffee, tea, or hot cocoa theme. And if you wanted to do that, you can win prizes for that. There's just amazing things. So be sure to check out our blog. We will be having a post on Friday, November 30th. It starts at 6 a.m. Pacific time and does go for the week. So anyway, my website is www.acreativejourneywithmelissa.com or www.acjwm.com. Check out our website, check out our YouTube channel, and make sure you check out our stamps. We've got some amazing awareness ribbon stamps, including autism, breast cancer awareness. We have a number of stamp sets that will handle any of the awareness causes, as well as we have phenomenal coffee sets. We have new stamp sets coming out. I was hoping they were going to be this year, but I believe it's going to be next year, so my apologies for the tardiness. And I hope you had a fantastic Turkey Day. Thank you so much for joining us, and I hope you enjoyed going on a creative journey with Melissa. Have a great day. Thanks. Bye-bye.